Just moving before it drops, so I'm already out of the race because he's got a head start. Hope he isn't cheating that hard to roll the dice.
That is Lane Hutson after last night's game that ended on a set play from the Seattle Kraken and led to NHL history. But before I break that down, let's talk face-offs. They do have some pretty black and white rules. The centers are to square up. No other player is allowed within 15 feet of them. Teams are supposed to line up on either side of the line without crossing it. You're not supposed to touch each other until the puck drops. And those are just naming a few. But the reality is, face-offs are more of an art than a science, in that the best to do it tend to be the ones that have mastered the art of cheating.
There were no rules. It's just cheat and hope you time it well when the linesman drops the puck.
The reality is, we see guys drifting towards each other all the time before puck drop. Guys push the boundaries as much as they can to gain an advantage, and for good reason. Winning face-offs equals puck possession, meaning you're on the offensive immediately. And nowhere is that more important than sudden death 3-on-3 overtime. Along the Ice Hockey has a great breakdown here on YouTube I'll leave down in the description, showing the essentially 3 different ways teams will line up, and why having all 3 guys line up at the line is the optimal formation. Essentially, it's because if you don't, you're probably giving the opposing team the advantage to gain possession. And again, possession is crucial in overtime. It's why you'll routinely see guys gain the zone and come all the way back out of it, prioritizing possession over everything. Because the game can end in the blink of an eye, which is exactly what we saw last night in Seattle as they took on the Canadiens. While the Kraken were able to get the 2-goal lead with the opening 2 goals of the game, the Canadiens would score 3 straight thereafter in the middle period, and after the Kraken would give up their 4th straight to start the 3rd. Love that reaction from Slav, as this was ruled a good goal. With Slavkovsky's 2nd of the night, it meant Seattle was down by 2, and this is just what they needed. Jack-Eye called for the hook as the Kraken would go to work on the power play, where Yanni Newman, with his first goal in his first NHL game, got them within 1. So then with under 3 to go now, and it's another penalty. Savard called for the trip on Burakovsky, and oh no, Seattle winning the faceoff with possession. They pull the goalie 6-on-4. It's done with the bomb, and they score another. Matty Beniers in front, credited with the game-tying goal to come back from zip. It was a back-and-forth game that ended up needing sudden death overtime, where we saw the Kraken up to something right from the get-go. Watching the Canadiens line up first, all 3 on the red line, which again is the right strategy, Montour, Stevenson, and Eberle, with a little huddle, sought to see if they could take advantage anyway. Stevenson would push it back as Montour, on the same page, jumps past Hutson all alone, and he scores. Rips it glove side over Dobish to call game in just 4 seconds. That, folks, is the fastest OT goal in NHL history, tying the fastest to start a period in NHL history, and the game was over before you knew it. But let's take another look. While yes, this is technically the best setup if the wingers, or D-man in this case, are on their game, but evidently it can be exposed pretty easily if you're caught sleeping, which was the case with Hutson. Now, the other side of this, did Montour break any rules? Well, the skates were on the right side of the red line. I think he's fine there, as he doesn't cross the line until the puck is dropped, but he definitely jumps the gun and is cheating a bit. However, I think this is just a great play, and you gotta tip your hat more than anything. Whether it's 100% in the rules or not, I think this is more so a valuable lesson for the young D-man that you gotta be ready to go.
I would say I gotta be ready for it. I mean, a good play by him, I guess.
Again, he obviously seemed a bit annoyed, but yeah, let me know your thoughts down below. I thought this was just a fun little thing to break down. As always, I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you in the next one.